Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gerlief, and today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the world of genetics and how it shapes our behavior and personality. So buckle up, get ready to have your mind blown, and let's dive right in. Have you ever wondered why you're drawn to certain activities or why you react to situations in a particular way? Well, it turns out that our genes play a significant role in shaping who we are. But before we explore this genetic blueprint further, let's start with the basics. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is the fundamental building block of life. It's like a recipe book containing all the instructions needed to create an organism. Genes, which are specific segments of DNA, act as the individual recipes, each with a unique function. Now, imagine your DNA as a huge library, and your genes as the books within it, each telling a different story that contributes to the overall narrative of you. So, how much of our personality is actually determined by our genes? According to a study published in the Journal of Personality, genetic factors account for about 40-60% of the variation in personality traits. That means the rest is influenced by our environment and experiences. It's like nature and nurture are engaged in a lifelong dance, shaping who we become. Let's take a closer look at the big 5 personality traits: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Studies have shown that each of these traits has a significant genetic component. For instance, a study published in the journal Molecular Psychiatry found that the heritability of neuroticism is around 40-50%. That means if you're prone to worrying or feeling anxious, you might have your genes to thank for that. But genes don't just influence our personality traits, they also play a role in our behavior. Take risk-taking, for example. A study published in the Journal of Neuroscience found that variations in the dopamine receptor D4 gene are associated with sensation-seeking behavior. So, if you're the kind of person who loves to skydive or bungee jump, it might be partly due to your genetic makeup. Now let's talk about the genetic basis of mental health. Studies have shown that conditions like depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia have a significant genetic component. According to a study published in the journal JAMA Psychiatry, the heritability of schizophrenia is around 80%. That means if you have a close relative with schizophrenia, you're more likely to develop the condition yourself. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding the genetic basis of mental health can actually help us develop better treatments and interventions. By identifying the specific genes involved in these conditions, researchers can develop targeted therapies that address the root cause of the problem. Of course, genes aren't the only factor influencing our mental health. Our environment and experiences also play a crucial role. In fact, studies have shown that certain environmental factors can actually switch genes on or off, a process known as epigenetics. It's like our experiences are leaving sticky notes on our DNA, telling our cells which genes to express and which to ignore. So, what does all this mean for us? Well, it's important to remember that our genes don't determine our destiny. They might influence our personality and behavior, but we still have the power to shape our own lives. It's like we're dealt a certain hand of cards, but it's up to us how we play them. Understanding the genetic basis of our behavior and personality can also help us develop greater self-awareness and empathy. If we know that our tendency to worry is partly due to our genes, we can learn to manage that anxiety in healthy ways. And if we understand that someone else's behavior might be influenced by their genetic makeup, we can approach them with greater compassion and understanding. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the human genome, the possibilities for personalized medicine and targeted interventions are endless. Imagine a world where we can tailor treatments to an individual's genetic profile, or even predict and prevent certain conditions before they develop. It's a thrilling time to be alive, and the future of genetics is looking brighter every day. But with great power comes great responsibility. As we delve deeper into the genetic basis of human behavior and personality, we must also grapple with the ethical implications of this knowledge. How do we ensure that genetic information is used responsibly and ethically? How do we protect individuals' privacy and prevent discrimination based on their genetic profile? These are important questions that we must address as a society. In conclusion, our genes are like the brushstrokes that paint the canvas of our lives. They influence our personality, behavior, and even our mental health. But they don't define us. We are the artists of our own lives, and it's up to us to create a masterpiece. So let's embrace the unique genetic gifts we've been given, while also recognizing the power we have to shape our own destinies. The future of genetics is bright, and I can't wait to see where it takes us. That's all for today's episode of Understand All. I hope you've enjoyed this fascinating journey into the world of genetics and human behavior. Join me next time as we continue to explore the wonders of science and unravel the mysteries of the universe. Until then, stay curious, keep learning, and never stop asking questions.